with Big John afterwards, man.
Yeah.
You gotta ask, right?
Yep. Yeah. I'm honestly, I'm pumped to be fighting for a great organization like Bellator, and I feel like this division's wide open. I feel like I'd be a great commentator, and obviously get a new contract. That all sounds good as well. So again, I'm pumped to be fighting for Bellator, a top organization, and to get my first win tonight just feels amazing.
Was the deal that you have now only 2 fights, or do you just want to re-up now that you've got a win and say, hey, let's look at some other things?
My deal right now, I'd have to double check with my management, but either way, let's re-up. Let's just go with that, and that's how I feel right now.
That was a solid dogfight in there. I mean, was that probably what the kind of fight that you expected out of him?
My fight, like I always try and fight technical. I'm a prize fighter first and foremost. But when you fight somebody like Girtz, it's always a tough challenge just because of how explosive he is and how tough he is. So I was lucky to have a great performance with him and land some great knees, some great punches, and show all my skills. My bad, sorry.
Speaking of that, how are you liking doing the YouTube channel and everything?
Speaking of the YouTube, hold on. Speaking of YouTube, I'm going to do a story on YouTube right now. Hold on. Right here, getting interviewed after the fight. With all the guys interviewing me. Woo, woo. What's up, Bellator? Right here, getting interviewed after the fight. Yeah. My story. Interviewing me. No, I love YouTube. It gives me a chance to connect with all my fans and people out there, and just be creative and tell my story the way I want to tell it. Obviously I love MMA. That's my God-given gift is fighting, mixed martial arts. But I'm also very, very good at real estate as well, and that's my channel. We talk a lot about finance, real estate, and fighting. So I love it. I love YouTube. I'm on it all the time as well, so I'm always learning and watching stuff too.
Is there some relief getting this first win out of the way? That now you just, you look good. You look happy, you look relieved.
Yes, this win, man, it's been a tough couple of years for me. I'm not the kind to bitch and complain and stuff like that, but I was coming off of 3 losses, new organization, and just winning tonight, man, it just makes me feel so much special because I know what it feels like to be undefeated as a fighter, and that's a great feeling, coming off big wins, over legends and main cards and all these great things. But nothing feels better than bouncing back from a loss. So tonight I did that. I bounced back from losses, and I couldn't be more proud, more grateful.
You look pretty untouched. What was the biggest blow that affected you during that whole fight?
He landed like a couple of big punches like over the top, my chin, my neck. But then I got a world class chin, man. I really do. So that kind of held up in the fight.
How close were any of those rear naked chokes? You had his back multiple times in the fight, and were any of those rear naked chokes close, do you think, or were you mainly just holding the position?
A couple of them were close. I was working for that choke. Always trying to work for that finish, man. That's something I pride myself on, is when I get those opportunities to seize them. And I was definitely working for those chokes. But Girtz he's tough, and I don't know if anybody's seen that dude's neck, but he's like this. So sometimes it's hard to get underneath there and finish it.
On the commentary thing, is that something that you've always wanted to do? Is work commentary, or is that just something that you came up with on the spot?
That's something I've always been open to. I feel like I'm not necessarily trying to do it, but I feel like it's something I'd be very, very good at. And honestly, I was just visualizing this fight and them asking me what I want after the fight, and I was just like, dude, why hold back? Why sell myself short on anything and just tell them everything? Like I want a title shot. I feel like my fight with Benson, I felt like a lot of people said I won that, and I feel like he's the #1 contender. So I feel like a title shot. I'd be great at commentary, working with Bellator, and great organization. And as far as a contract too, man, let's get that going as well. So let's knock all of them out at once.
Against a guy like Brandon Girtz, who's known as a brawler, a guy that likes a dogfight, he likes to make it a tough fight. Is it hard to stay calm and stay composed for a guy like you, or throughout the years have you learned to control your emotions and control the fight?
I do my best out there when I fight. It's a mixture of being patient, controlling yourself, but then it's also just about wanting to put somebody in a body bag, man, and wanting to really mess somebody up out there. And I felt like fighting somebody like Girtz, it was good because he brought out a little more of like, I gotta go, I gotta push this, I gotta land these, I gotta cut this dude, I gotta bust this guy up, because I've been in fights where I just outclass people, and Girtz really brought a tough fight.
Okay, one more for me. You've had a lot of great wins over your career, particularly your run in the UFC where you beat guys like Diego Sanchez, legends of the sport. Talking Origami too, where does this win, coming off of 3 losses, rank with any of the other wins in your career?
This is a huge win for me, not only because coming off of losses, but this is my first win in Bellator, man. Like I said, fighting here in Bellator, I feel like it's a top organization, and being able to get my first victory here is just it's something that I'm just so proud of. So this win is just right up there with the best wins I've ever had in my life.
Thank you.
Yep.
What round do you think judges gave to him for good?
Probably gave him, I think it was the second where he got that takedown, where he was controlling a little bit more of the action. I was landing elbows and looking for some submissions, or I was honestly looking to get up, but he's just so short and like compact and holding on. So I'd probably say that maybe.
Fair enough.
Did he do anything that surprised you? Did everything go according to your game plan?
Man, I would just say just throwing bombs and landing a couple of bombs. I knew he's dangerous like that, but it's a fight. You never know what it feels like, until you get out there. But the dude hits hard, and the guy's aggressive and mean. So that definitely didn't surprise me, but I felt that.
And how soon can we expect your next YouTube video to come out?
Next YouTube video is coming out ASAP. I'll be back in San Diego, so I'll be posting a couple of times this week for sure.
All right, thanks, Myles.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.